Here we are again, folks, with tidbits from the Word. This is Brother Peter. We're in 1 Corinthians. In 1 Corinthians chapter 15 and verse 58. He said, therefore, and again I'll reiterate on that a little bit. Therefore means because of what he has said before. Now, follow through. My beloved brethren. Now you notice he addresses these folks as his beloved brethren. He said, be ye steadfast, period. In other words, don't sway from where you are. Be steadfast. Be unmovable, always abounding in the work of the Lord. For as much as ye know your labor is not in vain in the Lord. Let's look in segments when we're reading verses. Let's look in segments at what we're reading, and let's understand what we're reading as we read it. And if you'll understand as you read it what you're saying. Now, chapter 16, the closing introduction of the greeting, when he was greeting them in 15, and now he's closing out in chapter 16. He said, now concerning the collection for the saints, as I have given order to the churches of Galatia, even so do ye. Now listen to this. This is Paul giving instructions to one of the first churches and saying this is the way it's supposed to work. Upon the first day of the week, let every one of you lay by him in store as God hath prospered him, that there may be no gatherings when I come. Now you notice he's saying for you guys to get together on the first day of the week, and on the first day of the week you bring whatever it is that you've done during the week. You bring your tithes and offerings to the storehouse. Now verse 3, when I come, whomsoever ye shall approve by your letters, them will I send to bring you liberally into Jerusalem. And if it be me that I go also, they shall go with me. Now what he's saying, if you've got anybody there who is, we'll say, retired, or they're not working, or they have the ability to go with me, and they have the spiritual aptitude and ability to put up with me, for there are many adversaries now. He goes on to say, now I will come unto you when I shall pass through Macedonia, for I do pass through Macedonia. And it may be that I will abide, yea, and winter with you, that ye may bring me on my journey wheresoever I go. For I will not see you now by the way, but I trust to tarry a while with you, if the Lord permit. Now, this was a group of Christians that Paul has found out they got on fire. They got addicted. They are addicted. Look at verse 15 of chapter 16. We'll go up there and then we'll come back. He said, I beseech you, brethren, ye know the house of Stephanas, that is the first fruits of Achaia, and that they have addicted themselves to the ministry of the saints. They got addicted to it. They got in. Do you know that I got saved November 5th, 1972, and I've been in this book right here, this Bible, a Bible, since 1972 on a regular basis, unwavering, unfainting, undaunting. I have addicted myself to this Bible, and because of it, the Lord has blessed our life. He has really blessed our life. For I will not see you now by the way, he said, but I trust to tarry a while with you, if the Lord permit. Verse 8, but I will tarry at Ephesus until Pentecost, for a great door and effectual is open unto me. And now listen to this other part. And there are many adversaries. So what Paul's saying is all these adversaries that are here, it's needful for me, who am a seasoned saint, to stay here and ward off these adversaries for these young Christians over here and in Macedonia and where I am, and in Ephesus. He's in Ephesus, and he said over here in Ephesus, it is important for me to stay here and ward off these adversaries. And then he said, as touching our brother Apollo, and greatly desired him to come unto you with the brethren. But his will was not at all to come at this time, but he will come when he shall have convenient time. Now, Paul tried to send a man over there, but evidently it wasn't God's will for Apollos to go over there right then to these Corinthians. So the Lord had another plan, and Paul had to yield to that and accept it. And it said, watch ye, verse 13, watch ye, stand fast in the faith, quiet you like men, be strong. Let all your things be done with charity. In other words, he said, let everything you do be done in love. Sit quiet for a minute. Get quiet. One of the things that you and I have a problem with right now in this life is getting quiet. To just get with the Lord, be quiet, be still, and listen to the Lord speak to you while you're studying the Bible, you're reading. Just be quiet. And then, like men, he said, be strong. And then verse 15, I beseech you, brethren, ye know the house of Stephanas, that is in the first fruits of Achaia, and that they have addicted themselves to the ministry of the saints. Now, what he's saying is, when I first came through there, this brethren at Stephanas had, the household of Stephen had become addicted to the word and the saints, that ye submit yourselves unto such to everyone that helpeth with us and laboreth. Listen, sometimes a man has to have been put through the ringer and has gone on, and then his house gets in shape and says, hey, dad's gone, or my brother's gone, or my father's gone, or somebody in the family has gone on. But we know that when they went, they saw the Lord high and lifted up, standing at the right hand of the Father. So they left a witness good enough to make these guys get addicted. He said, I am glad of the coming of Stephanas and the fortunateness of Achaia, for that which was lacking on your part, they have supplied, for they have refreshed my spirit and yours. Therefore, acknowledge ye them that are such. Now, refreshing. Be a refreshing person. Whenever you come on the scene, be refreshing. If you're out of sorts, get right. If you pull up in your car, get right.